Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I would like to congratulate you on your pregnancy. However, it is with much sorrow that I need to inform you on a defect we have encountered on your child.
Now, the condition we encountered, it is a very rare condition called anencephaly. Your daughter's brain did not fully develop. Fibrotic tissues are exposed due to the absence of her skull, which can be very dangerous. Sadly, once your child is born, it will have absolutely no feeling or awareness of anything that's occurring. For as long as she lives, she will be in a vegetative state.
Is there anything we can do?
There are a few possible outcomes that can accommodate your child's condition, although you may not be very pleased. The first option we have is to continue having her on heavy life support. This comes with immense prices. But your second option, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Doctor.
It's an emergency. The patient in room 1738 is having a liver failure. He's there as soon as possible. But on the other hand, we have some more information on your daughter. When she is born, she is predicted to only live for 7 days.
And this is where your second option comes into place. As you can see, we have many infants throughout our hospital that need organ donations. We consider using anencephalic infants' organs because they are suitable donors. But your case, since your daughter's lifespan would be shorter, we need to act fast.
We will give you some time to process this information. It's all in your hands whether you feel comfortable with your daughter being an organ donor or living to her full capacity.
We'll give you these pamphlets to read over.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Anencephaly is a birth defect that can be simply defined as an absence of all or majority of the brain. Only 1 per every 1,000 infants born is diagnosed with this rare condition.
Organ transplants in infants has become popular, and because of this, there is a higher demand for child organs. Anencephalic newborns are suitable organ donors. Like many other bioethical issues, there are pros and cons.
If you were in the position of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, would you use your child's organs toward an organ donation? If you were to say yes, these reasons would support it. Medical equipment is used in an inefficient manner to keep the child alive, which could lead to a costly $1,464 a day. Most anencephalic infants have an inevitable death that will usually occur 7 days after birth due to the absence of the brain and skull. Lastly, on average, 30 to 50% of the children 2 years of age and under in America die while waiting for organs to become available. Using anencephalic organs for transplants could reduce this number nationally.
On the other hand, some parents may oppose the idea of using their child as an organ donor. These reasons would support why it could be considered unethical. Theoretically, the infant could have the potential to live for up to 2 years on life support. Baby K, a deceased anencephalic infant, lived for 2.4 years on life support. Another reason why parents wouldn't want to consider organ donations is because early termination of the infant could be considered homicide, which could lead to costly lawsuits. And ultimately, parents have all final discretion regarding the child's health. Mr. and Mrs. Smith agreed to use their daughter as an organ donor. Here they are visiting the infant who is in need of the liver.
She's my sunshine in the rain, my Tylenol when I'm in pain, yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith declined the proposal of using their child as an organ donor. The infant died shortly after.
So is it wrong to dance this line? If your heart was full of love, could you give it up? 'Cause what about Andrew?